Everyone is always talking about KOing or submitting their opponents, and not these guys. Today, we'll take a look at some of the most ferocious slams that ever happened in our favorite MMA bouts. Let's first make some things clear. A good slam isn't all about power. If you don't do it the right way, you'll probably end up like Gray Maynard did here. He slammed himself as well. The funny thing is, even though his opponent tapped, this one still ended up being a no contest. If you want to do it the right way, do it like this. There would be a winner at least. Jokes aside, let's take a look at some of the most vicious and ground-shaking slams.
Just dumped him to his left and went for the big slam. Look at his head.
Even though he got clipped by his opponent, all it took to recover and win this fight was a good slam. A very late stoppage, but in Masvidal's words, it was necessary. A significant body slam nonetheless, but you don't always have to use your body to slam someone's head in. He stuck his landing. His opponent, not so much. Brute strength with a bit of luck goes a long way. The same can be said for the next slam. Wow, that was loud. But don't think that you have to be a hulking monstrosity like Prime Tito Ortiz to get it done, since some of these girls do it even better. That was savage. And since the commentator is remembering Rampage, we'll help you remember as well. He took him to the moon and back. That was some cartoonish slam. That's why they called him Rampage. He was a killer, and we just couldn't get enough of him. Rampage was amazing, but he wasn't the only one rampaging with slams. This man was holding onto the fence like he was holding on to his dear life, and soon you'll see why. This is a life lesson. Don't be stubborn. When you are in a bad position, try something else. Don't just hold on.
It's a bad situation for Randleman. It's bad. Randleman is almost...
Because if you do keep holding on, you might just get slammed, like Four Rose got slammed into oblivion here. But don't worry, we have more of these piled up for you.
Not checking leg kicks. Rampage with a quick jab. Good left hand, Silva!
That was scary. You just see the immediate concussion most of these slams cause, but that's MMA, and it's a high-risk game. Whoa, what a comeback. He would have gotten either submitted or his arm broken within seconds from that position. Still, this guillotine save is one of our favorites. He even made sure to push his face while he was falling just to add the finishing touches to this mind-numbing slam. Don't blink. The next one will be over within seconds. The next one is for the OG UFC fans who definitely remember Frank Shamrock. This one was a masterpiece, the combination of timing and battle IQ. Let's see it again. Just look at the impeccable timing of that takedown attempt. Watching this in slow motion makes you feel even worse for the guy that gets absolutely slammed on his head.
Shamrock full advantage, and he brought him all the way to him, forced him onto his head and shoulder, and there was enough of an impact.
You can never be too confident in the octagon. He rocked him, but followed through, left him with time to recover, then bang.
Oh! He was out for the takedown. Takedown knockouts for Dominic Field.
These brutal elbows were a bit too much. The outcome of the moves like that can be a horror story later on. But in the next one, we see the horrors right away. He started shaking and he slammed him so hard that he sent shockwaves through the man's body. Jokes aside, we again hope everyone from this list was well after getting slammed like this. His opponent may have been out after the slam already. Let's take one more look at it. He ragdolled him even before the finishing slam. Getting mauled like that is scary, and no one mauls his opponent better than Khabib.
One more time. Boom! Brilliant suplex. That's the beginning, and this is the final one. Just beautiful elevation.
It might not have been a finish straight away, but seconds later, this happened. However, we are all here to look at slams that get the job done right away, and the next one was rather interesting. In COVID times, the slams just hit differently, and this guy carried him to his corner just to slam his head in front of his coach. Brutal. Not as brutal as falling on your skull. He slipped and produced one of the loudest slams in MMA history. Thank you for your sacrifice. Before we go on to the last slam of the day, check this out. These 4 slams were amazing, but they can't be compared to the Gerald Harris one, since he slammed BJJ black belt David Branch so hard that he was never the same fighter after it. He did such a brutal move in such a respectful way. Props to Harris for not landing any more punches, just as Joe Rogan said. If you enjoyed our video, click here to see some of the best MMA content we prepared for you.